Bloody Tuesday, talk about
Yeah,
it.
it was. We got to clean it up. They do enough pressures and blitzes on defense that it has a tendency to make your Tuesdays look awful. And effort was there, and guys are trying. We just got to clean up our scheme a little bit. And defense had a good day.
They had a great defense last year. What's the difference between what John Chavis does and the way that they do things under Monty Kiffin?
They both play a lot of bear. Both of them create a little blitz issues, but they're more of what we call smoke issues, which safety blitzes off of both sides. That's a little bit more than they've done in the past, but very similar.
Stopping the run is obviously basically what it's.
Yeah, and our kind of defense is, we've been pretty good against that, and our guys, the issue is not just stopping the run; it's they have two good running backs, but to win this game on defense, we got to stop the run.
How's Marsh looking?
Marsh did a little bit today, but he's got to do a lot more tomorrow to be ready to go. Jelani did a little bit today, not in teamwork, but individual work. He's getting close.
And Brandon Hicks.
Full go.
Deontay practice?
Deontay did minimal, not much. Hoping we can do well. We on purpose. He could have did a little bit. We're gonna, even if we have to go Thursday, you just got to be careful with that thing.
I know you're kind of a one game at a time guy, but this is an SEC game. It is a rivalry game. Do you approach it a little bit different once that really happens?
Yeah, we always approach the SEC East, and this game is the first one, and there's a lot of energy into this game, and our guys know it. It's a different feel around here, and it should be. When Tennessee, especially coming to town, that's a big game. Everybody knows that. There's no secret agendas, and that's a big game. And the history tells you that this is going to be one of the teams that has a leg up on the SEC East.
How much do you see yourself running the Joker package, considering they're going to run the ball the majority of the time?
Joker's good against run. It's more of a pressure package, but we'll do both.
You feel Tratow's big enough in there against the run if you move him inside?
What's movement? The whole thing about that package, he's not going to sit and play up against the center. He's certainly fast enough getting gaps and create issues. Absolutely.
Going back to the running backs, how do you kind of defend against two guys who are kind of different like that?
They're not really different. You don't worry about that. They're very similar backs. They both run hard. They're both very talented. It doesn't matter who's in there. We don't change our game plan, and they run the same plays. So they're actually both very similar backs.
Crompton's been pretty mistake-prone so far in his Tennessee career. Are you guys looking to take advantage of that somehow?
Well, I think that the plan that we all have a good, clear feeling what they're going to do when they come in here, and they're going to try to pound that ball right at us. And then in third downs, that's when you see a lot of that Joker package. You try to confuse and pressure, and that's what we do with any quarterback.
A couple final questions for Coach.
How did that Joker package come about? It seems like from at least the press boxes.
Yeah, it's a big part of what we do now. It's a little bit like we have those kind of athletes. Coach Strong, like I said, he was one of the first guys that started running that stuff at South Carolina years ago. And I remember when I was at Notre Dame at the time, we're Bowling Green, and we went and had lunch or dinner together one night, and he was showing me some of the stuff they're doing, and I never really saw that before. And obviously it's much more complete now than it was. So he's very comfortable with it, and we have the personnel that matches it. We can find those Brandon Hicks type athletes that can. And same with Spikes, comes down and rushes now, and Dunlap. We have the athletes to run that.
Didn't you call Charlie a lot when you were in the Mountain West, because you saw a lot of three-man fronts and a lot of weird stuff like that?
Yeah, and he I just would ask him what bothered him, and I talked to him quite often.
Is this kind of one of these things that if it bothered him as a defensive coordinator, you knew it might work for you as an offensive guy?
That's exactly right.